chasing its own tail. But that's one of the metaphors, and another one I could easily say is herding cats. But if anybody wonders where their tax dollar money is going to when it pays a district attorney to just pound a whistleblower beyond, it's like so beyond the pale to describe what the heck is going on. But let me see if I can figure out. Okay, so I went to 2 different court hearings. I haven't been going to as much court as lately, but I decided to go check out the motion to withdraw. So Kayla Long, I've seen her perform. I think she was Lacey Meneguzzi's lawyer. And then I read about her at the Breonna Palmer case, which I really wanted to go to, but I didn't, just to be polite or be cautious. But anyway, so the motion to withdraw, hi. So I'm talking about a lawsuit again, well, basically a series of criminal charges that got leveled at a whistleblower who alleged misconduct at the transit district in Clatsop County, which is like headed up in Astoria. So basically they leveled a bunch of criminal charges to kind of harass this whistleblower, in my opinion. So Kayla Long wants out of the representation from the Oregon Public Defense Commission. So there's basically, I'm loath to mention her name because I understand she's sick of being harassed, but I'm not in any way trying to harass her. It's my point that it's apparent that the DA is. So this defendant, we'll call her Emily, that's her name. So she basically appeared via video. I showed up at the courthouse and got on the kiosk to attend via video. We have an attorney or a judge from Washington County called Judge Andrew Irwin, handling his case remotely over a telephone. And basically he just immediately started out, he's basically the hired gun judge who's like, we've got 3 judges recusing, our main 3 judges in Clatsop County are recusing on this due to the abundant conflict of interest. Then they had Amanda Benjamin, who now she's out of the game. And then I believe there was an intermediate judge that I missed because I got sick of going to thousands of hearings. So I'm talking about Clatsop County whistleblowing issues if anybody's interested. Hi, said hi. Yay. So basically I'm just going to go through my court notes really quick. So communication issues. She's like, I'm not attacking you at all. I apologize if I said the wrong word. It was lost in translation in person. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Calling to meet with me. She hurt her foot. Chain for 10. Judge Irwin is accused her of saying disparaging an investigator, accusing her attorney of prejudice and bias. So Irwin's staff, let's see, Alex Thomas is the prosecutor, this young prosecutor, and the bias to withdraw, there's a case management, understanding dissatisfaction, Lane Borg. Okay, so then the judge just starts rattling off all the lawyers she has had that she doesn't get along with, that don't adequately represent her. Lane Borg, Colette Cameron, who I believe is retired, Paul Charis, who got a different job in a different county as a prosecutor, Chloe Clay, David Beal, John Weiner, Lisa Ludwig, and then Kayla Long. So he's rattling off all these attorneys that have been either dismissed, conflict of interest, or can't represent her. In this relentless obsession the Clatsop County District Attorney has on having some kind of hold over this whistleblower who alleged misconduct at the school district transit system with the school buses. She's like a school bus whistleblower. And they're like, oh, you're going to be charged for that. And so she even said that she begged Ashley Flukinger to report her and that she was willing to sign a waiver regarding the conflict of interest, and that she got along with Lane Borg. Irwin read that she had disparaged Borg previous. Oh, hi. So I'm just talking about small town corruption and targeting whistleblowers with ludicrous cats chasing cats, kind of cat chasing its own tail type of cases where we might actually have real crime, but instead we're going through these like ludicrous backbend, or what do you call it, like jumping jacks or backflips to get this whistleblower in trouble. And just really kind of just drive her over the edge. It's really, to me, seems very dishonest and disreputable. And this judge, they've got Judge Irwin, evidently Stephanie Volan is this blogger who's got some stuff on him where he's been pretty lenient with some really horrendous crimes in the legal profession. Let's see. So here's Emily. Let's see. Move. Let's see. Confidence. Long can represent. When Judge Benjamin. Oh, she's so out of it. Then he goes charged withheld info. Didn't get along. So basically, like it's a matchmaking thing where they're trying to like matchmake her to like the attorney of her dreams. I'm talking about a convoluted Clatsop County, Oregon case against a whistleblower who alleged misconduct and financial improprieties in our transit district, as well as our school district, and so has been having the book thrown at her repeatedly over and over again, and she just keeps fighting off these lawyers who are corrupt or inconsiderate. Oh no, somebody's calling me. Hold on. Haha, I'm making a vlog about my court shenanigans. Do you want me to call you? Can I call you back later? Okay. Bye. Okay, so as I was saying, I'll make this snappy. Charas withheld information, did not get along. And so then the judge is like, well, every judge that you had, you just didn't like your judge and you just didn't like your attorney. Well, it's because the cases. Oh yeah, my friend didn't want to talk. Sorry. So red carpet for abuse. Oh yeah, so that was about. I had a pretty nice talk with the security at the courthouse. The Whistleblowers United forever in Astoria, Oregon. Not give another attorney. Please mute Emily and Miss Reinica. Treat the other way. Oh come on. Who's guilty of what? Guilty of what? Guilty of being what? It's my personal opinion, and I'm not a doctor, but that she's just neurodiverse, and they're not friendly to people who are neurodiverse. And I think she's genius, and I think that is a problem. When you're a genius and a whistleblower, that's probably a crime in Clatsop County. Ms. Long won't withdraw motion to dismiss. Ms. Long is so upset. She literally said that they're going through like 63 days for the arraignment violation. Bright line rule, 127 days. So they're like counting basically there's a bright line rule. I should look that up, but it's some ruling. Oh gosh. And then Alex basically points out like, well, there's an exception in the bright line rule where if there are like exceptional circumstances, you can't allege that she was unrepresented. And then Judge Irwin is ultimately like, I do not think you can represent yourself. So, Ms. Long, you are going to have to represent her. And like, what is his stake in it? Hi, view message that wants to be held for review. I don't know what that means. Anyway, dismiss without prejudice, Alex Thomas. So she tries to get the whole thing dismissed, and then Alex Thomas is like, I am ready to refile because I've got 2 years and I've got a grand jury and panel tomorrow and I'm going to refile these charges. And it seemed like he was like really into Supreme Court Roberts guy, and I'm like, Thomas, what are you, like a federalist or something? So gaps in cases after appointed attorney for public rationale, definite ability to receive legal advice was signed attorney. So basically they're going nowhere for like years. They're going in circles for hearings upon hearings upon hearings upon hearings. And the woman's a school bus driver. They're trying to drive amazing resources just to keep like it's driving me crazy what they're doing to her. PhD, who's a very known content creator in the that's so funny. You're guilty, get over it. Do your time. Yeah, you know, yeah, whatever. Like she's doing time showing up to all these hearings. corporeality, much so, had adequate legal rep. Long, Reign, Stacey Rodriguez conflict, OPDC, so this is pretty boring. New attorney, never waned, right to counsel. Oh, you have your nails done, that's great. Okay, 2 separate arraignment dates and due counsel don't exist in a vacuum, behavior for the record. So basically Judge Irwin was just chewing her out for her behavior and like disrespecting her own lawyers that she didn't get along with. So then he goes through like a list of, okay, you disparaged Beal. He basically did a whole long-winded chronology of November 23rd, you were like this, and December 23rd, you were like that, and February 24th, you were like that, and July 20, and then she's absolutely innocent, right? Until proven guilty. So now she's basically being proven guilty of not getting along with her lawyer. Motion to withdraw, disparaging Beal. And this is all while we supposedly have this like defense crisis. And they're basically willing to waste like something like 8 lawyers on a pretty bogus series of cases. And, you know, maybe she did do reckless driving, and maybe she was rude at the hospital, which I don't think should be a criminal offense. I don't think being medically distressed while attending a hospital should be considered a criminal offense at CMH Hospital, Astoria, Oregon. Doctors Without Borders, like, I'll tell Franco slut on you. I've ratted to city council how bad CMH is, and I don't see why the DA can't even see that as like a total like HIPAA violation and ADA violation. Oh, but they don't do federal law in Clatsop County. They don't even know what the Americans with Disability Act is. I don't know. Animals, cats, absolutely cats. Last attorney, manufacturers lying, all judges. Erwin Ludwig, poor Kayla Long was just like, what? I've got to try this case. And he's like, basically like, I could put you, like, and the last judge ruled that you would not be having a new lawyer if you didn't get along with your next lawyer. You better like what you get lawyer-wise. And so he's going to deny the motion to dismiss. So I guess that's easier because that way Alex Thomas doesn't have to re-indict her because he's got this never-ending war on Miss Reinicke. And the motion to stay on the probation, basically modifying the terms of probation, absolutely denied. They have a trial readiness 420 and go to trial Cinco de Mayo. And I think the court is gravely concerned that she would disrupt. And I'm like, it was stressful. So I took Michael Dillahunty out for french fries afterwards. Bye.
And so when people submit a bug bounty report to a customer, at the end of it